Well, New Comic Book Day is upon us again, so let's take a look at what's on my pull list. Welcome back to Comics Are Dope. I'm BJ Kicks, and this is the pull list. It's my weekly video series where I look at the books coming out. I tell you what's on the pull list, what's on the chopping block. I just can't buy anymore, and what's on the maybe list, books I'm making a game day decision on. Now, this week, New Comic Book Day, August 30th, 2023. It's one of those rare fifth Wednesdays, and so at least from the big two, the pickings are slim. It's a light week. Well, I take that back. It's actually not that light of a week. There's just not a lot on the pull list. There's not a lot that I'm picking up. There's plenty of books coming out, though. So let's talk about what's on the pull list. And we're going to get started with the book that I am most excited for. And this week, that is Batman Catwoman, The Gotham War Battle Lines, issue number 1. This is your prelude issue, if you will, into the Gotham War, a brand new event that's starting a crossover event in the pages of Chip Zdarsky's Batman and Tini Howard's Catwoman. Now, I'm kind of like, do we need Gotham to be in another war? Like, we had the Joker War 2 years ago, and then we had Fear State, which was basically the Scarecrow's version of the Joker War. And, now we've got the Gotham War. There's just a lot of war. Like, I kind of just want Batman to just do Batman things. I guess saving Gotham from a war is a Batman thing, but does everything have to be like an extinction level event for Gotham? I feel like that would get tiring. But anyway, I am excited to see just what comes of this. At the end of the Tom King run, Batman and Catwoman kind of decide like they don't need to get married, but they know what it is with each other. And we haven't really seen them interacting a ton ever since James Tynion took over. And, even after James Tynion's run's been over, and now Chip Zdarsky's back. And Catwoman had her own little backup stories for a little bit. But we've not seen, like I said, Bruce and Selina really crossing paths a ton. So I'm curious to see what the state of their relationship is right now. And for those reasons, I'm kind of excited about this event. But overall, I'm just kind of tired of events. But anyway, if you want to see what the stage for this fight is going to be, you probably want to pick up this prelude issue. Battle Lines number 1, out this week with a cover price of $5.99. And I'm grabbing cover A. Now, that's actually the only DC book on my list. I told you it's a light week. So sticking to the list, that one's going to cost me $6. Now, let's move on over to Marvel Comics, the House of Ideas, as they call it. And the first book on the pull list is Wolverine, issue number 36. Now, we are finally out of the Beast agenda and the Weapons of X storyline. That's over for now. And apparently we jumped straight back into crossovers. And so this is a part of the Ghost Rider crossover. What's the Ghost Rider crossover even called? Wolverine and Ghost Rider, Weapons of Vengeance. This is part 3, which means there was probably some sort of like prelude issue or alpha issue, whatever they call that. And then the last issue of Moon Knight. And now this issue of Wolverine. This is the 3rd chapter in the Weapons of Vengeance storyline. Did I read the first 2 chapters? No. Do I plan to pick up the first 2 chapters? No. They'll be on Marvel Unlimited starting next month. Why am I grabbing this book? Because I like Ben Percy's Wolverine. I don't want to just have this random missing story arc in my collection. That's reason enough to buy the book. The cover price on it is $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A. At least that cover looks good. I like that cover a lot, actually. And the next book on the Marvel Comics pull list is kind of a maybe list book, but I'm buying it. So this is The Incredible Hulk, issue number 3. Incredible Hulk, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson with art by Nick Klein. Now, I started working on a video a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to do like my favorite comic book story arcs in the 5 years I've been reading comics. Like, what has really stood out to me buying on a monthly basis in single issues? Which stories just kind of stand out, kind of stand the test of time, or at least the last 4 years or so. And I came to the very underwhelming conclusion that there is not a lot that has stood out to me in the last 5 years. A lot of the stuff that I've loved most has been like more classic material, which is kind of whack. But that kind of gave me the lesson I took from that was, hey, maybe I should just branch out more, be more diverse in what I pick up. Because chances are there's great stuff out there. I'm just playing it safe and, getting safe play results. So I grabbed the first 2 issues of Philip Kennedy Johnson's Incredible Hulk because I loved Philip Kennedy Johnson's work on Action Comics. I feel like he's really nailed the character of Superman. And so he's one of those, it's like, all right, well, if he can nail Superman, who is a hard character to nail, pause, then maybe he could also nail the Incredible Hulk. And I've never really connected with an Incredible Hulk story, so maybe this is a good jumping in point. And Philip Kennedy Johnson's Incredible Hulk definitely taking Hulk back to the sort of horror roots, like body horror. There's some supernatural stuff in this run. Very much akin to Immortal Hulk, which is such a super praised Hulk run that I've never read. But this is taking it back there as opposed to like the sort of crazy, wonky stuff that we had going on with this Starjammer Hulk in the Donny Cates run, Starship Hulk. Anyway, all that to say, the first 2 issues of Philip Kennedy Johnson's Incredible Hulk were pretty good. I enjoyed them. The art is really good. It complements the story well. This story is definitely, like I said, very supernatural, very meaty. But Hulk is Bruce Banner is basically being tormented by the Hulk. He does not want to be the Hulk. He's trying to keep the Hulk suppressed within himself for as long as possible because he doesn't want people to get hurt. And, he can't escape it. People are hunting him. People are hunting the Hulk. And there's this one little girl that he meets who just kind of looks up to Hulk as a hero. So she's encouraging him like, hey, show him the Hulk. And he's like, look, get away from me. You're not safe as long as you're with me because Hulk is trying to take over and put me away for good. It's been an interesting story. And, I'm hooked through 2 issues. So I'm going to go ahead and grab issue 3. Ultimately, I don't know if it's the type of book that's going to stay on my pull list long term because I like a little bit more of a lighthearted book, but it's a really compelling narrative. So Incredible Hulk issue number 3 by Philip Kennedy Johnson, art by Nick Klein. Cover price on this is $3.99, and I'm grabbing cover A. Man, that's the last book on the Marvel pull list this week. So if I stick to the list, those are just going to cost me $8. Again, not a bad week, a very light week. As we skip on over to the indies, there's only one independent book on my pull list. And when I say independent, I just mean not from the big 2. And that book is Conan the Barbarian, issue number 2 from Titan Comics, Heroic Signatures. I don't know who's doing this, but it's written by Jim Zub. The art is by Roberto Delatorre, whose art is amazing. I really just like his art a lot, which is why I was interested in the Conan the Barbarian series. But in all of my buying books, I forgot to buy Conan the Barbarian issue number 1 last month. So me picking up issue 2 is going to depend on whether or not my shop still has copies of issue number 1 available. If they do, then I'm just going to buy issue 1 and issue 2 this week to try it out. And if not, I might as well just wait for the trade. The Conan the Barbarian trade has already been solicited. It's going to collect the first 5 issues. I think the cover price is going to be like $13-14 on that. That's definitely cheaper than buying 5 issues at $4.99 a piece or $3.99 a piece. But hey, who am I to make economically viable decisions like being responsible over here? This is the pull list. Conan the Barbarian issue number 2 has got a cover price of $3.99. If I grab it, I'm grabbing cover A. That's the end of the indie pull list. It's really the end of the pull list at all. But if I buy this book, that's going to cost me $4, and that brings my grand total up to $18. $18 this week. Not a bad week at all. Like I said, a light week and a great way to cap off the summer of savings, as I've been calling it. Let's just take a quick little preview. How's next week going to go? Oh yeah, we're definitely back to spending money next week. So yeah, summer of savings is officially over. I enjoyed it July and August. Thanks a lot, DC. Night Terror saved me some cash. And so I got a little bit of a ledger going into next month because I'm going to need it. Hope you guys are enjoying what's on your pull list. Let me know in the comments down below what you've been enjoying reading lately. I got to give a huge shout out to the channel family who make this video, every video, and the fact that I even have a pull list possible. So huge shout out to you guys. And I'll see you guys in another video real soon. Until then, stay safe and read something dope today. Peace.